Hello and welcome to a VectorTuts Quick Tip screencast. My name is Cheryl Graham. Today I'm going to show you how to make this effect in which the text is transparent but still has an outer glow. It's pretty easy to do in Photoshop, but in Illustrator it just takes a little trick to do it, and it's more versatile because it's a vector. First, type some text. When I select it with the selection tool, you can see in the appearance panel that this is indeed a text object. Next, we want to change the fill color, and you can do this right from the appearance panel. Just click the swatch to bring up the swatches panel and change it to white. Now click this flippy triangle and click the word opacity to bring up the transparency panel. Change the blending mode to multiply, which will make the type invisible. White multiplied essentially makes the object disappear and whatever's below it show through. Now make sure you have the type level selected in the appearance panel and go to Effect, Stylize, Outer Glow. So what's happening now is that I can only see the glow since the type is set to multiply and is basically invisible. So here's what you do. Again, make sure the type level is selected in the appearance panel, then go to the transparency panel and click Knockout Group twice so that it's fully checked. So what's happening is that the text is knocking out the glow effect. You can create a graphic style from this effect. Just click the New Style icon in the Graphic Styles panel and apply it to other vector objects and text, and no matter what background you have, the object will knock out the outer glow. Let's look at this a little more closely. I have this orange symbol on a striped background, and I'll go ahead and knock back the opacity of the symbol. As you would expect, the stripes show through because the symbol is transparent. But what if you wanted the transparency on the peace sign to knock out the stripes so you could see all the way through it? First, group the objects, then as before, fully check Knockout Group in the transparency panel. It just looks like a pale orange object on the background, but if you turn on the transparency grid under the View menu, you can see that the peace sign is actually transparent and the stripes are not. This might be a quick way to add a pattern to the peace sign, for example, rather than using a clipping mask. Just send the pattern to the back and adjust the opacity of the symbol. And this way you can experiment with a lot of different looks without spending too much time. You may be thinking, hey, the text was not a group, so why did it work with Knockout Group? Here's another example. Here I have a path to which I've applied a couple of different appearance attributes. There's a 16-point dashed yellow stroke below a 12-point solid blue stroke. And that works fine when I have the path on top of a blue object. But if I have to change the color of my background, well, that doesn't work. So as before, I'll change the opacity of the top stroke, the blue one, but that leaves the bottom dashed stroke showing through, and I want the top stroke to knock out the one below so it looks like double stitches. So as before, make sure you have the path targeted in the appearance panel and fully check Knockout Group in the transparency panel. As before, you can create a graphic style and apply it to any stroke. And no, it's not technically a group, but since there are multiple appearance attributes applied to this path, Illustrator treats it like a group. Again, this will save you time and give you some flexibility if you have to place the stroke on a different color or a pattern or even a raster image.